Fruit of the Spirit, Love, by Kent Sammy, illustrated by Julie Moody. When people talk about love, it is easy to think of St. Valentine's Day. At school, all the boys and girls pass out Valentine cards and eat heart-shaped candy and cake. It is a lot of fun to celebrate St. Valentine's Day and to let everyone know that they are loved. There are lots of times when people express love with gifts. It is nice to bring an apple for the teacher. Sometimes if a friend is sick, it is nice to send them a card or flowers to let them know that they are loved and everyone wants them to feel better. And it is always fun to draw pretty pictures for people. Giving gifts is a fun way of saying I love you. Another good way to show love is by being thoughtful of others. Always saying please and thank you and using good manners. Being nice to people is a way of showing love for them. This is also called being respectful or mindful of other people's feelings. When boys and girls say please and thank you and stand in line quietly without pushing, they are showing respect and love. Some boys and girls haven't been taught about respect and love. They say mean things that hurt people's feelings. They never say please or thank you. Lots of times they push in line, pull hair, and pick on people. It is important to be a good example to those kids, but never to act like them. They hurt people's feelings and they are always getting in trouble. Once, a nice little girl named Nicole had a birthday party. Nicole was always very nice to people and respectful to her parents and teachers. Nicole had many friends who loved her. 2 weeks before her birthday, Nicole sat at a table with her mommy and daddy and sent out invitations to her party. Nicole was showing love for her friends by inviting them to come and have fun together on her birthday. Nicole's mommy and daddy bought balloons and streamers to decorate the house for the birthday party. They bought colorful plates, cups, and even some party hats. Nicole and her mommy put together bags of treats while her daddy decorated the house. Nicole's daddy was so happy people might have thought the party was for him. He was happy because he loved his little girl and wanted to give her the perfect birthday party. The day of the party arrived. Little boys and girls came to Nicole's house with their parents. Many of them brought presents. Others just brought a smile. Nicole was happy to see all of her friends. Nicole stood beside her daddy as people came in. A part of her wanted to go and play with her friends, but she knew it was important to show respect and love to each of her guests by welcoming them and thanking them for coming to her birthday party. Even though she wasn't getting to play, she felt very grown up to shake hands with people and smile at them as they came in. The first game that everyone was going to play was the beanbag toss. "Everyone get in line behind the birthday girl," Nicole's mommy said. All of Nicole's friends formed a line behind her except Charlie. "I want to be at the front of the line," Charlie demanded as he stepped in front of Nicole. Charlie was not showing love or respect. "No, the birthday girl goes in the front of the line," Charlie's daddy said, taking him by the arm. "I want to be in the front of the line," Charlie shouted. "No, we are going to the back of the line," Charlie's daddy said. He was trying to teach Charlie respect for others, especially for girls. In the back of the line, Charlie kicked his daddy and tried to bite his hand. But Charlie's daddy didn't let him go. They both stood in the back of the line together. One by one, the children took turns tossing the beanbags at the basket. If the beanbag went in the basket, the child would go to the back of the line to take another turn. If the beanbag missed, then the child was out and would stand on the side and wait to see who would win. At last, there was only one girl left. She was happy because she had won the game. Nicole's Aunt Karen brought her a tray of toys. "You won the game. Now you can pick a prize. Please take just one toy." The girl looked over the toys and then took a little green rabbit. "I want a toy," Charlie shouted. "But you didn't win," Karen replied. "I want a toy! I want a toy!" Charlie kept shouting. He grabbed the tray of toys from Karen, and all the toys spilled on the ground. Charlie was being rude, thinking only of himself, and not showing love or respect for anyone else. "Stop that, Charlie! Tell her you're sorry," Charlie's daddy said. But Charlie didn't say he was sorry. He cried and threw himself on the ground. Nicole's mommy took the children to play another game, while Aunt Karen picked up the toys. Charlie didn't go to play the new game. He kept crying and throwing himself on the ground. His daddy tried to get him to stand up. Charlie's bad behavior was causing him to miss all the fun. Later inside, it was time for presents. Nicole sat on the floor in the middle of the room, and her mommy brought her a present to open, telling her who it was from. Nicole opened the present. It was a wonderful toy farmhouse. "I want to open presents," Charlie shouted. Charlie rushed over, grabbed a present, and started to tear off the paper. "Charlie, stop," said Charlie's daddy. He caught Charlie by the wrist, and Charlie twisted as he tried to get free. Charlie kicked and punched his daddy. "We're going to go now. I just don't know what to do with this boy," Charlie's daddy said. "I've got some ideas," Nicole's daddy said. Charlie and his daddy left the party early. If Charlie had shown respect and love for the other children, he would have had much more fun at the party. Nicole's mommy brought her each present one at a time, and Nicole thanked each person. As the party came to an end, Nicole said goodbye to all of her guests. The following day, she showed respect and love for everyone by sending them a thank you card for coming to her party. She even sent one to Charlie. Nicole's daddy even sent Charlie's dad a special card offering to buy him lunch sometime. The end.